Hey guys, Christian here. Today we got the Lexus RX 500h F Sport all-wheel drive 2024 model, and let's jump into the specs. MSRP is $65,955. It has a 2.4 liter turbo inline-4 hybrid engine with a 6-speed sequential shift automatic, and it has direct 4 all-wheel drive. It has 366 horsepower, 406 torque, which gets you 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds. MPG is 27 city, 28 highway, and this weighs about 4,800 pounds. So getting along with the car, so this is in Caviar. It's just simply Caviar, that's the name of the color. Just a nice black. It has like a good amount of like metallic flake into it, but just good color. The wheels, we have 21-inch alloy wheels. They actually look really good, and I feel like it fits the car really well. They kind of even look like aftermarket, so again, just like a big plus to Lexus. And then this does have the McPherson struts, so I will mention that more in the ride later if you want to watch that, but it rides really like sporty, but at the same time it's smooth. It's like a good mixture of both of them. On the front side, we have the LED headlamp, so good overall design, and I think at night especially, they have really good lighting. I think Lexus tends to have really good lighting at night, so if that's important for you. Besides that, you have the whole front bumper, which is just the F Sport version, so a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more sporty. And then you also do have the LED fog lamps at the bottom. And then you do notice you will get like the hole where you think the air would go through, but they're actually fake, just so you know. But overall, just good design. You have the Lexus symbol in the front, and yeah, just a nice build-up from the previous model. On the back side, we have the nice tail lamp, which is all LED. It is connecting as well too. We saw the same thing on the Prius, but just great design. I think at night especially, it's really easy to see compared to like the 2 standard like tail lamps that we usually see. It's just great design, and that just helps out with visibility as well too at night. But you do also have the Lexus emblem up here, just simple lettering. Down there we have the RX 500h, so you kind of know that you have the highest end model again for the hybrid or the whole RX line. And then you also see direct 4, which just kind of just means all-wheel drive for Lexus as well too. If you do want to open up the trunk, there is a button here, but the cool way, in case your hands are not free, you just simply just kick down here and it'll actually open it for you. So look, ma, no hands. So once it opens up, you do get about 29.6 cubic feet of space. So it's really good spacious. And then this, just the way it opens, you have a really good opening. And then in case you need a spare tire, you can open it down here. Bring this up and you have simply just some spare and some tools as well on the right side. But closing this up, let's say you do got to bring down the seats, you do get about 46.2 cubic feet of space. There's some buttons on the right side, or left side actually. But you simply just press these and it'll actually like pop down the seats. It doesn't bring them back up, but I will just say it's really nice that it does bring them down for you. And if you kind of move down a little lower, you can kind of see it's a little almost flat, but it does kind of ramp up a little bit, just in case you want to know that. But at this point, we can do the trunk challenge. So inside the trunk now, again, just really spacious, good opening and everything in case you have your dog back here. Again, just good to know. Back outside, if you do got to close the trunk, you simply just press the button here and it'll close it for you completely. To get inside the car, it is keyless entry. You simply just put your hand here and you just open it. But I do want to show, actually, these door handles actually don't actually move at all. There's like a button inside them, you simply just press it and it opens it up for you. But once you're here, you do get the ultra suede interior, so it's like a nice trim. Kind of looks like the crystal that you see on the LS model. And then going on to the interior color, you also have like the Rioja Red leather. It's just a nice upgrade. It's really nice that it's actually free, so you can actually go black or red. And then you also do have the door handles to get out. It's kind of interesting. The first time you might get inside, you might wonder how to get outside. But you simply just press on it and it is kind of like an electrical switch. But in case something goes wrong with the whole electrical system or an emergency, you simply just pull this out and then it'll just completely open the door for you as well too. But going on to the door sill, you do get the F Sport. It's just a nice symbol on it. And then getting onto the seat controls, you have the nice just bottom part of the seat, the backrest, and then also the lumbar. And then at this point, let's get inside the seats. And I actually mentioned the seats are actually really comfy once we're inside. Before I mention the steering wheel, I actually want to mention the seats real quick. They are, again, the Rioja Red leather. Just really nice touch. Again, free option as well too, in case you don't want to go for the full black look on the inside. Again, just looks really good. And they're really comfy. And I will say, these being the F Sport model, they're the ones with the bolster. So kind of like hugs you, which I don't know, depends on the person. Some people don't like the hugging, they like the more open back seats. But I feel like the hugginess, being a sporty model, just feels good. On the steering wheel, we have a 3-spoke steering wheel, music controls on the left side, the right side has all the self-driving, and on the bottom, just to remind you, they have the F Sport model and the Lexus just dead center. And then behind the wheel, you also have the nice screen that kind of just gives you like nice display on the back. On the center, we have a nice 14-inch display. This is the upgraded one, which is for about $1,100. The standard one is 9.8 inches, which still looks fine, but I think, I don't know, in my opinion, I guess maybe just my age, this has wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And then just overall, I kind of like the whole screen. You do kind of lose a little bit of real estate just behind the screen, just because you have like the controls for like the climate control. So you do lose a little bit there, but overall, just really good design. You have still some manual buttons and it's just great to have. You have the AC controls right below that, and then right below that too, you can also pop your phone there or anything you might need, so just good cubby space. So if I pop my phone there, There's my water bottle, but pop my phone there. It actually fits completely fine. And then you have 2 USB-C ports in case you want to open anything here, but you can pop this open. And then right below that, you get another USB-C port and a regular USB and a 12-volt port. And there is also wireless charging, so you just pop that in there and it just starts charging. And you also get even more cubby space. So you have a lot of good storage, I will mention that. And then here in the center, you do also have 2 cup holders. It won't pass the big cup. And so if you have like a big water bottle, there's a big 40-ounce Caviar flask. If I pop this in here, it doesn't fit. I guess you could kind of just have it here a bit. It might rattle a little bit, but I guess that could work. And then going over here, we have the Prindle. It's just really simple. You've got to like shift into it. Kind of interesting how it moves around. A little bit more controls just for like the ride. You could turn off traction control, the brake hold, and just other buttons. Going on to the armrest, I actually want to mention, this one's not too plush. Kind of just want to mention that simply, but overall, everything else that you touch, like this red leather all around the red trim, just has a really good feel to it. We also have the armrest, so it's again in the Rioja Red. You can open up from the passenger side, so just simply press the button there, or open up from the driver's side, so you have better visibility in there too. But just simply having that closed, you just have a good amount of arm space, so just really good overall. So getting onto the back seats, so once you enter the car, nice wide opening, but once you're inside, you can actually see my knee room is really good back here, so just really comfortable. And I will mention right away the panoramic roof, which is really nice to see. $500 option for the upgraded one, so I really would recommend it just for the visibility of just looking at outside. I know it's not really going to help you for driving, but it just makes the car feel a lot more open and kind of luxurious, definitely. But going on to, I actually want to mention the headrest here. So if you actually want to adjust it for the front people, you can actually just like simply just shift it forward a little bit and it locks in. And to reset it, just simply push it all the way in and it's good like that. Behind the seats, you also get some storage, so you can maybe store some documents or any articles you want to put back here. On the center, you do get 2 AC vents, so it's just good to have. And you also have your complete own control back here, so you just simply just press a button and adjust it for you without having to ask the people in the front. 2 USB-C ports back here too, in case you want to have anything charging back here, so just really good to have. And then getting onto the armrest, you simply just bring this down and then let that shake a little bit. But you do get 2 cup holders. You can simply just put them there. And then you also get a little bit of storage back here as well too. So plop some things in there in case you need them. But closing this up, and I do want to mention this middle seat. It's actually kind of cushiony because most cars tend to have a very stiff middle seat. I'm not sure why always. But again, it's really good to know that this middle seat's kind of plush. Not as much as the side seats, but definitely very plush compared to many other cars. And besides that, I want to mention these seats are actually really comfy. The front ones are really good, but just the back ones are even, I feel like even more comfortable. If I had to like fall asleep back here, I'd be completely fine with that. As for the ride, I want to mention actually the smoothness. The smoothness is really interesting. I know I mentioned the MacPherson struts that this car has, and just the other things, the F Sport tuned suspension. It's like, it drives smooth, but it's somehow sporty at the same time. So it's not too rough, it's not too soft, but it's like you can still feel like the road and everything, you get like nice feedback, but it's also soft at the same time. So it's kind of like a supple, like sport mode, I guess like a touring mode in a sense. The sound system on this car is really good too. It is the standard 12 speaker system. So if you do want to upgrade, you can upgrade for like $2,200. But I've listened to this one for a good while. The bass is really good. Again, I feel like sometimes when I get into the car and I feel like the bass is good, it's like it tends to be really good, but I know that's just only the subwoofer. But overall, just really good, and yeah, just sounds great.
Like really good, like 3 times.
Yeah, let me redo it. The sound system on this car is really good. Oh my god. The sound system on this car is great. I will say that this is also the standard one. This is the 12 speaker premium sound system, but you can get an upgraded one for about like $2,200. But I think with this, it's just like, you really can't go wrong. I've heard some other sound systems on more high-end cars, and I felt like this one was really good. And again, it's not even upgraded. And I think it also has to go with like the whole sound insulation of the car. I feel like when you open and close the windows, it just insulates like really well, has like a nice tight feel to it. This car is also really agile. I will say it drives really nicely. Again, for being 50 pounds, it drives really good. And then I guess you could add me and my friend's weight, which gets it over 5,000. But again, it drives really agile. I like how it just handles. I feel like it actually goes quick. And when you accelerate, again, it is a hybrid model. It feels like it really has like a nice like oomph to it. So it really goes when you push it. All right, guys, that concludes the Lexus RH 500 F Sport all-wheel drive 2024 model. I know it's a long name, but overall, again, if you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Again, check out next week's video. I'm gonna try posting every week. I know I've been a little inconsistent here and there, but overall, again, thank you. And any feedback you guys have, comments, throw them down below. And again, until next time.